And now it's time for your viewer comments. Let's begin with a G-Shock comment. It's been a while since we made a G-Shock video. We will be making more G-Shock videos in time. It's just that I haven't gotten much hands-on G-Shocks, but I do have one there. I just need to find a battery, the one that the Deech gave us. But this comment is talking about that model that I wanted to get, but I think Mike Smith, ER1QS, says, a little disappointed. This was a commercial, not a review. He's talking about the Venetianico narrated tungsteno anthracite. Now, this is not a new comment to me. Many people have commented it before. This is not a review. This is a commercial. Let's try and differentiate the two. Whenever people are saying this is a commercial, actually they might be referring to it as an advertisement. No, there's a difference between an advertisement and marketing, okay? Marketing, in hindsight, is really spreading the word about the brand. Now, what these microbrands are trying to do when they send you the watch, and sometimes I keep them, like that's what I require from microbrands also. When I talk to them, I negotiate that I need to keep the watch. It helps fund the channel, and at the same time, it's also more cost effective because it's costly to ship here to Aruba and ship back, unless if it's a really costly watch, which I also have done before. But this is part of marketing when it comes to these microbrands. They really send these watches for you to review, or for us YouTubers to review, because it spreads the word about their product. Now, most, if not all YouTubers want to say the most unbiased opinion about these products, and I too try to do that. But that's just one aspect of the marketing. It's the brands accepting the fact that their product's going to be heavily criticized by certain YouTubers, and they accept that because it's still part of marketing. It's still a marketing strategy from their brand. But a commercial and an advertisement is a totally different thing. An advertisement is something that's delivered or most of the time concocted or composed by the brand itself to spread the word about their product, and this mainly are positive things. Now, I am not in any way related to Venetianico or any other microbrand. Well, that's about to change in a drastic way, but we'll get there. But that does not qualify me as an advertiser or a person that made this into a commercial. It just looks like it's a commercial for the brand. I don't know, maybe I could take this as a compliment because maybe the quality looks like it's a commercial for the brand. And then if that's the case, then I would take that as a compliment, and I really strive to deliver the very best quality that I could. But it is not a commercial. It's just part of marketing. And also, I say bad things about the brands too, or about the products too, if I find them to be there. If I find that the product is overly bad for my point of view, from my designer's eye, if I may proudly say so, then I wouldn't review the product itself. I have refused reviewing certain watches before, but I don't need to mention them. I don't need to talk about them, because if I see that there's just bad stuff in this product, then I'm not gonna enjoy reviewing that product, and you're not gonna enjoy me bashing that product. It's sensational, yes. I may get like some more clicks about it, but this is not about clicks. This is about a proper educational point of view of a certain product. And I think I delivered that with a narrator. If not, you tell me. Mike Smith, maybe you can tell your side of the story. Let me know. You're not banned from the show. Nizar Mirror is another viewer that's always been waiting for that Venetianico review that I'm going to release. And not only that, but he's actually commenting on many of my videos. And I really appreciate that, Nizar. And before we go to your comment, I would like to officially induct you to the Horological Pirate Hall of Fame as one of its members for your dedicated and honest commendations all the time. And you don't agree with me all the time, but you're honest and you always try and give a comment on many of my videos. And I truly salute you for that. You are now part of the Horological Pirate Hall of Fame. Now, to your comment. Dear Jason, I believe that you are my therapist. Thank you, but I'm still not paid as a therapist, mind you. Now, I have no doubt that you are my psychologist too, and a great one. Okay, that's another occupation that I'm being included to by Nizar. But here's what really got me. Please, get some experience with Arab wives who hate watches of their husbands and one day will kick him out of home. With love and appreciation, Nizar from Israel. Yes, as much as I would like to experience an Arab wife, I think that's illegal. And not to mention that I still have a wife, which makes it illegal. And I cannot comply with what Nizar is trying to suggest here. But Nizar, if you have an Arab wife, I salute you. I commend you for still being alive despite such, because I know that you love watches and you also love your wife. It's a very uneasy way of existence, and it truly takes a man to endure two hardships like that. Nizar, we salute you. Next comment. Clay Cox 5285 says, great video. I need help. He's talking about that video about wives again. So I asked him, what do you need help from? Tell me where it hurts, matey. That's what I asked. And then he replied, the lies, the deception, the empty bank account. Stop this insanity. Yes. Clay Cox has realized that he cannot lie anymore. And our service is of no use to him anymore either. So he decides to just stop it and just accept that he's broke and for him to save his sanity. If I'm not mistaken, maybe Clay Cox here is Anthony Ferrer impersonating someone else. But for all we know, it's probably true. But here's the thing about watch collecting. We must accept the truth. We cannot collect everything that we want to, but we need our wives as much as possible. So some people try to fuse the two principles together, like instead of collecting watches, they collected wives, but that's a totally different subject that I would not try and dive into. But let's just be honest. We cannot lie all the time. You shouldn't lie at all, actually. Well, there are certain cases that you may need to misdirect, but no, in all seriousness, we don't want to lie, especially about watches. So, okay, let's just draw the line there. There's no more humor here. This is serious talk, or this is something that I really think when it comes to my watch collecting. Watch collecting really should be just a hobby. Wives take priority. Family take priority. Wives take priority. That's where it's supposed to be at. You're not gonna be happy in life with your watch collection. You cannot marry your watch collection for that matter. And we men, we need women. We need them. That's just the truth. That's how we are created. And we love women, we love our wives, we work hard for them. That's just natural. Okay? So stop with the insanity, stop with the lies, just tell them the truth. They'll understand. And sometimes they don't need to understand either. They just need to know that, hey, I have a loving man that's supporting me, that's supporting my family, and that's good enough for them. And they're happy with that. They're happy to help us. They're happy to care for us, care for our children, care for the family, and that's how the way of life goes. Watch collecting has been around for just what, a few decades, right? If all we know, it wasn't like a big thing back in the previous centuries. But us loving wives, men loving wives, has been around since the dawn of man, since God created man. So why break that, right? Love your wives. Tell them the truth. Nothing is much more satisfying than that. It's more satisfying than watch collecting. Believe me. Melvin Ramirez, 4790. My wife told me she's going to buy me one luxury watch in order for me to stop buying watches for good. Lucky me. Thanks for another great content. Okay, back to the wife discussion. This is actually the dream of all husbands, because not only are they going to get a free luxury watch, but now they have an excuse whenever they're collecting, because now they can blame their wives who started the collection. Of course, you can admit, or you can tell yourself that I've been collecting long before my wife bought me the luxury watch. But hey, whenever you're talking about that to your friend and to your beer buddies, my wife started me with watch collecting, it just feels so satisfying. Melvin Ramirez, we salute you too.